Hey there guys, so in today's video, it's not going to be quite like my usual kind of 20-ish minute reviews. You may have seen by the title and the thumbnail that we're talking about Assassin's Creed Valhalla. You might be wondering why I'm talking about Valhalla now when since then we've already had Mirage and also Shadows is now on the horizon as well. Pardon me. So basically, the reason that I'm talking about Valhalla now is I've recently gone back to finally 100% it. I've got literally one, not DLC, but one part of it left. It's the Forgotten Saga. For those of you that have played the game, you'll know what I'm on about. And honestly, I can't say that I disliked Valhalla, but I don't know. I wanted to make a video on it because I just want to see if other people essentially think and feel the same way that I do. And I know there are videos on YouTube already of things like this talking about the game, and things like this were kind of done when the game kind of came out. And I know I'm a little bit late, but I just wanted to make a video just to see if people kind of feel the same. I don't know if I have any Assassin's Creed fans in my audience. Maybe I do. I'm curious. So I'm basically making the video because I'm actually quite excited for Assassin's Creed Shadows. I don't know why. It just actually looks quite good from what we've seen, which is quite surprising for a Ubisoft game these days, because usually they just come out and they're terrible, and Ubisoft are just so out of touch with reality that they think they're doing a good job when actuality, like, no one wants to buy their games. Case in point, Skull and Bones, or we've made a quadruple A game, thinking they'd completely redefined a triple A game into a quadruple A game, and the game's got like a 3.5 out of 5 rating on Xbox, and it isn't meant to be that good either. It looked really fun, but I just never got it, and them being so big-headed to think that they'd made a quadruple A game just for it to not even be that good just sums up Ubisoft perfectly. They're basically shooting way above their station. They think they're the dog's fucking bollocks of the games in gaming industry, and they aren't. There are far better publishers out there. Unfortunately, they just aren't as good as they used to be. They are either getting lazy or the passion just isn't there anymore. I personally think it's a mix of both. But Shadows, from what we've seen, actually looks to be good and feasible and actually like an enjoyable Assassin's Creed game. Not that I didn't enjoy Valhalla, but Assassin's Creed Valhalla, to me, is not a good Assassin's Creed game. It's a good Viking game, pretty decent in that regard, but it's a terrible Assassin's Creed, absolutely atrocious. Doesn't even deserve to be called an Assassin's Creed game because there's just so many things about it that make it not an Assassin's Creed game. You know, and a lot of times you're playing the mythologic bits, and it honestly feels like it's trying too hard to be compared to God of War, and I just think people would rather just play God of War. I don't know that because I don't own a PlayStation, but that's what I think. Like, if it was me, I'd rather just play God of War and then God of War Ragnarok rather than playing Dawn of Ragnarok, the DLC for Valhalla that costs basically the same as a game, which I bought, obviously, because 100%, but it was on sale, so it's not as bad. And yes, I know it's not full price, but it was like 40 quid or something at launch, which for a DLC is ridiculous, and it wasn't even that good. It was, like, very average, and I did not give a fuck about what was going on, because I just don't care. Anyway, as you can probably tell by the title of the video, essentially, I'm making the video, again, it's not going to be one of my long, drawn-out reviews, and I'm not going in depth about the game, because I really can't be bothered, and I also first started playing the game like 2 years ago or something now, so it's been a long time. But basically, I want Shadows to be a good game. I want Assassin's Creed Shadows to come out and for it to be really, really good, and for it to do really well, and for Ubisoft to actually come out and be like, no, do you know what, guys? We actually kind of sat down and talked amongst ourselves and actually went, do you know what? We're being a bit fucking stupid and making kind of shitty games, and we understand that you guys are kind of fed up, so we're going to stop being super big-headed and calling our releases quadruple A games. We're going to stop talking about you guys having to get used to subscription-based gaming and not owning what you pay for, and we're actually just going to shut the fuck up, sit down, and make a good fucking game. And I really want that to be the case. I want them to come out and be like, yep, fuck you, we made a Japanese-style Assassin's Creed with 2 characters, fuck you, it's good, and the reviews say, and yeah, game's doing well, we can actually do what we're supposed to do like we used to, you're welcome. And, you know, it's what I want to happen. Will it happen? More than likely, probably not. If we're going off their track record, it's probably going to be the next bad release in a string of bad releases. But one of the things I want Assassin's Creed Shadows to not do, and I have this massive issue with Valhalla, I need it to not be super long, okay? I need it to not be a huge, massive, massive map of Japan where there's like a million different regions with a million different things to do in each one, and you expect me to do all of them for the achievements, and I have to spend like 2 years of my life slowly chipping away at your game whilst playing other games, because if I don't play the other games, I'm actually going to just off myself at the thought of playing yours anymore. Like, I have 7, I think, achievements left on Valhalla, and they're all Forgotten Saga related, right? So they're all in one place, nice and easy. That one mode that's like a mini roguelike, which I don't really enjoy, but whatever, I'll get it done, right? So it's kind of good. It's all in one place, done the smart thing, all in one place, just get it done, smash out in like another week, done. Uninstall, goodbye. Give me my 100 and something gigabytes back, thank you. But honestly, I cannot wait to be done with Valhalla now. Like, I really just want it to be over. Like, every time I think I'm making good progress and then I check my achievement list on that game, I just want to cry, because it just feels like it goes on and on and on and on. Like, it's too much. Like, I don't want to sound stupid, but apparently there is such a thing as too much content, right? And it's not even that, but like, the map of Valhalla is humongous, and a lot of the activities that are there to do aren't even that interesting. Grabbing artifacts, who fucking cares? Grabbing loot, who fucking cares? The mysteries, half of them are shit or stupid, who fucking cares? Like, what happened to just side quests where there's like an actual meaningful story with an objective you follow, instead of random line from NPC, figure it out yourself? Like, a lot of them aren't that hard, but a lot of them aren't that interesting or that meaningful either. They're kind of shit. So I'm really worried that Shadows is going to come out and do the same thing. It's going to be this massive, way too big map, littered with activities, half of which are clearly just there for filler and are really just boring and don't mean fuck all, and they're just there because the devs needed something to go there. And then you get like a couple of hours in and you start looking at your achievement list and you just start thinking, holy shit, why have I taken this massive undertaking? Why have I done this? And honestly, it's one of the reasons that I'm really excited to play Mirage at some point, because I haven't played that yet. Now, I know there are going to be people in the comments being like, don't do that, Zach, the game's like 20 hours long, it's not worth it. It's fine, I'll wait until a sale, I'm not that stupid, believe you me, I've been doing this long enough to not be an idiot and buy things at their full price anymore, especially where Ubisoft is concerned. But, honestly, I think it'd be a nice change of fucking pace. I've got like 8 days in Valhalla now, like 8 in-game... like, not in-game, sorry, like 8 actual days of my life tallied playing that fucking game, and like, I think it's going to tick to 9 by the time I'm done with it, and that hurts that it's taken me nearly 2 weeks to do a single player game. Like, you could argue, Zach, isn't that a good thing? It means there's lots of content, it's keeping you engaged, like, you know, you're obviously enjoying. It's not keeping me engaged, I'm doing it because I want to have the funny 100% because it tickles my brain. I don't actually care about what's going on in the game anymore. I just want it to be over so I can get rid of it. And you might, you know, disagree. There are going to be people that watch my videos that aren't achievement hunters, and they will look at me like I'm fucking some sort of weird space creature being like, why the fuck do you care about the 100%? Just playing the fucking game. And fair enough, like, you know, games are meant to be played to be enjoyed. And I do enjoy Valhalla, but I'm at the point now where I just want it to be fucking over with. Like, I just want it to be done. And if I was a normal gamer, I could just put it down. But I'm not. I want the 100%. I worked this hard. I've got like 7 things left to do. Once they're done, I will be happy. But it just feels like it goes on and on forever. Like, it feels like it just never ever wants to stop. It's almost like Ubisoft like put like so much stuff in the game. Like, they crammed so much in, and there were updates as well. There was the Isle of Skye, there's the Dawn of Ragnarok, there's the Forgotten Saga. They didn't even have the full story in the game at launch. They had to update that in later. Like, there's just so much, and it feels so unnecessary. Like, there does not need to be this much to do in a game. Like, you need to understand, like, I get it, right? It looks good because player engagement, like, oh yeah, if we just shove loads and loads and loads and loads of content in this game, then they'll have to play it, and then our numbers will look really good because look how many people are playing our game. But people like to play other games. Now, I know that's not something game studios want to hear, but like, oh, how dare you play other games other than our games, you make us look bad. But that's just how it's always going to be. I'm not going to want to play your game for the rest of my life. I'm not going to want to play your game for the next month. I'll play it for like 3 weeks, and then I'll get bored, and I'll go and play something else, and I'll come back to it in 4 months' time. You know? But Ubisoft didn't seem to grasp that, and they just shoved as much stuff in a game as they could. And the result is an incredibly overly bloated, overly boring, and tedious game. Like, Valhalla takes forever to 100%, and I'm still not done. I honestly thought that by the time the next Assassin's Creed game, so in this case it's Shadows, would have been announced, not even released, announced, that I would have been done with Valhalla and Mirage and caught up ready. But apparently, I'm going to be playing Mirage while everyone else is playing Shadows, which honestly, in hindsight, is a good thing because I'll get a discount like next year. But, like, is it just me? Like, are there people in my audience that like Assassin's Creed and played Valhalla and also kind of sat down after the fact and thought, Jesus Christ, why is there so much shit in this game? Like, why does it just feel like it's never ending? Like, to some people, I assume that's great. They're like, great, I fucking love this game, 10 out of 10, my favourite game of all time. I don't want to ever stop playing it. And for them, it's probably great. But for me, whose favourite Assassin's Creed trilogy will always be Ezio's, followed closely by Edward Kenway's game, it's just too much. It's just way too much. The game is way overly bloated, the map is way too big, and like a lot of time it's just spent riding places between horses, and it's so boring after a while. Like, it's no wonder that they have so many fast travel points. It's like they knew that their players are going to get sick and tired of riding their mounts everywhere, so they're just fast travelling, which means they're playing the game even less then, because you're just watching loading screens to get from A to B, B to A. I don't know. Like, I could make a fully fledged, like, I'd probably have to talk for like 2 hours to even scratch the surface of the amount of stuff in Valhalla and make a proper review video on it. I just don't want to, because the game just doesn't interest me enough to warrant putting that amount of effort into it. But I wanted to make this shorter video because I'm genuinely curious. Am I the only one that thinks that Assassin's Creed Valhalla is huge? Am I the only one that's concerned that Shadows is going to fall into the same like problem? Like, Shadows looks good, but we haven't seen a map, which is worrying, and it could be good or bad. It could be that Ubisoft haven't shown us because it's already massive and they don't want people to be put off at launch. Or it could be that they've downsized it and they're worried that people are going to start saying it's too small, so they're just going to wait until the game comes out and just wing it. Which, honestly, fair enough, I guess. But, I don't know, is it just me? Like, do you guys like Assassin's Creed and think that Valhalla is way, way too full of shit to do, a lot of which, to me, is meaningless and is just there as filler? Or am I alone in feeling this way and you guys want Shadows to be just as big, if not bigger? Like, I genuinely am curious. It's the whole reason I made this video. Like, I don't expect this video to do well at all, because it is literally me just asking a question to you guys. But let me know in the comments. I'm just curious. Just genuinely just want to know. And if you did enjoy the video, I guess leave a like and subscribe if you're new. I don't normally do these kind of things. I normally do like actual reviews of games from the perspective of an achievement hunter who has spent hours 100%ing them. And I guess I kind of threw a little bit of that into this, but honestly, just the big question: do you guys think Assassin's Creed Valhalla is overbloated and way too big, and also I guess not a good Assassin's Creed game? And are you worried that Assassin's Creed Shadows is going to fall into the same problem of being way too big, overly bloated, or not a good Assassin's Creed game? Let me know in the comments. If none of you are Assassin's Creed fans, and you're all watching this video going, Zach, what the fuck? None of us like Assassin's Creed, then let me know in the comments, because that means there's just no point in me making a video like this again in regards to Assassin's Creed. I may review Mirage / Shadows at some point, obviously, but like, I won't ask a question like this about the series again. If there are Assassin's Creed fans amongst you, then please, if you watch the video, I would really appreciate it if you genuinely let me know, just to satisfy the curiosity, because I genuinely just want to know. And that's it. I'm genuinely just curious if people think that Assassin's Creed Valhalla is overbloated like me, or if I'm just an idiot and dumb. But I'm going to go because I have another video to record, and then I can finally relax for the night. So that'll be 4 videos back to back to back to back recorded. Yeah, let me know in the comments. I'll see you guys in the next video, which should in theory be a video about Space Marine 2, and if it's a contender for Game of the Year. See me in that one. Take it easy in the meantime. Have a good day, evening, or night, depending on where you are. Take care of yourselves, and I will see you all in the next one. Take it easy, guys.